Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, Suji. Welcome, Magic Julian Nerd. Welcome, Fear Navigator. Dongan Mockin. Shining Magneton. Bank-a-Link. And welcome all to Crocodile Isle. Hello, Water. All right, I am back with Donkey Kong Land 2. We were close to halfway done. I don't think the percentage quite says that yet, but I'm close. Let me go and start the timer. I said, let me start the timer. There we go. I don't even remember ever turning off numlock, so it was weird when that happens. All right, yeah, 44%. Been 100%ing the game so far. We are on World 3, but they have been combining worlds, so I don't think there's just as many worlds in this. Or at least they removed one. Rickety Race. Oh, the race levels here. Oh, I have to change my controls again. And here we go. What am I racing? I don't see anyone. Is this just a speed check? Oh, there he is. Get out of here. Bro, I made me miss the K. What a poorly timed jump. Whoops. Will this also be a 10 out of 10? I'm gonna leave that for you guys to guess. Oh, there's like not nearly as many positions. Bruh. I'm like already not doing great. Dead. What was this for originally? The DK token, I think? Oh, that's really scary. Ah, wow, I just totally missed that in. Okay. This should be the last dude, right? Oh my goodness. Jumping on these guys and navigating a stage you can't see is a little rough. I'm about to game over already, dude. This is gonna be rough without my lives now. You start with a little less than I thought. Oh, come on. Do those walls actually mean anything? I feel like they just don't even exist. Oh, man! I am gonna die already. Dang. Yeah, I could farm lives. You're probably right that it probably is pretty easy to do. What level would be the one to do that on? Or is there an easy early extra life? I don't really know. Starting without the lives I had before is just kind of annoying. No, dude, that's so annoying. Well, I'm about to get a game over already. I hit him once before. I guess I just have to hit that? I don't know quite what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's because I took a... Oh my gosh. I don't remember if there's any extra lives. Like, I want to level with a 1-up balloon or something that's easy to get. I also don't totally want to do that. Wow, it was early that time. Do they spawn any differently? Doesn't look like it. Okay, jeez. Oh, missed the end there again. Okay. What killed me last time? I don't really remember. I think it was that jump there. So am I first now, or is there one more I still have to kill? Oh my goodness. Wow, I almost died there, I think. Was there any bonuses? Nope. Okay, yeesh. That was rough. I did it, though. Let's go ahead and save again. All right, here we go. Should have left my game on all night. I definitely had more lives than this. It was going down, though, so I don't know. Maybe I would just be delaying the inevitable. Okay, which way do we want to go here? Ooh. I'm sure if his hook hand was coming around. Too bad we don't have, gosh. What's his name? Aw, man! Trivia dude. We aiming for Kong letters? No, they don't keep track of that in this game. They only give you an extra life. So I don't really see him as that important for 100%. All this way for the K. I feel like the letters can be a little more out of the way in this game. Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Bramble Blast and Bramble Scramble in the same world. Crazy, right? So, like, the Dragon Coins, yeah, they're kind of along that line in this game. They didn't start requiring that for 100%, or, like, keeping track of that stuff until, whew, man, the blind jumps. Until, the returns games. Oh my goodness. How did I not die there? Dang it. Ugh, I couldn't remember. I should have. That was definitely on me, but still brutal. Okay. Last life. No concerns here. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I'll do it all in Super Mario Advance. Mr. Gimmick and Hibariki. I've, like, heard of Mr. Gimmick, but I don't even know what it is, and I've never heard of the other game. Are they fun? Oh, gosh. Just came out at me so fast. Rip. I definitely wish they did something different about this vertical scroll, man. It's rough in this game. Like, look how little space I have to see, and there's a part with 2 Bs here. Okay. I'll take it. They love their 1 bananas in the corner. You got a lot in this version, or in this game. I say version, like it's a port. It's not a port. At least I don't think so. Yes. Gosh. Oh my goodness. I need more screen scroll, man. And another well-hidden letter. What's your favorite thing about this game? Pre-bake? I don't know how to answer that question. Is Mr. Gimmick, is he the dude that like, oh man, I've seen this guy in my head, I think. I saw like someone play a remake maybe once? Did they make a remake of Mr. Gimmick? No. I'm thinking of something else. It definitely is closer, but the levels are like, you know, they're just completely different, so. For me, that's enough for me not to consider it a port. It is closer than Donkey Kong Land 1, though. You're right about that. I would agree. But I do not consider same engine and stuff like that to be enough to be a port. He is green. I do remember that. Yes, this game is so much better than the SNES game. You caught me. Expect the first 12 out of 10. Ba-da-da. I probably need to end up down there. I had 1 second left. Did they do a Mr. Gimmick, not remake, but like sequel or something recently? Like a smaller project? I don't think I saw many people talk about it, but I swear I saw a game with that character. I don't know if I'm getting things mixed up, though. Or was it a re-release? Hello, Nino, welcome. You consider a downgraded version. Ba-da-da. Oh man, I should not have done that there. I thought I could twirl. So I thought, oh, I barely tapped down there. Last life. Hanging on by a thread here. I don't know where I would actually put this if we were like defining things that way. Where do I put games that are like using the same mechanics as a console game, releasing on a handheld, but like still different? I don't know. It's kind of an interesting boat. There is something down there. Oh, wow. It's a unique kind of place to... Oh, man. I'm just going to wait here. Squawks again. Honestly, I think I kind of prefer the squawks parts. Feels slightly easier. This has got to be the secret, right? Probably DK token, if I had to guess. Yep. Okay. Stress. I am feeling it. Whoa! How did I not get hit there? Well, good thing there's a barrel here. I don't know. Can I really say a game is a version of a game when the levels themselves are just completely different? I mean, I guess you can. I don't know. I don't know. I'm also someone who doesn't consider the Game Boy sports games to be the same game either, which a lot of people do, so... Now this part's got a lot to it. Am I supposed to go right here, or is this a secret? This feels like the way to go. Yeah, let's go the other way. That happens a lot in this game. I'm not, like, sure what's the real way and what's the, secrets. Oh, I missed a letter? Really? Where? Probably off screen somewhere. I wanted my extra life so bad. Oh my goodness, I'm sweating. Please don't do anything too mean with the bees. Okay, tell me I got everything. Hello, Nintendo fan. Oh, I have that. Oh, there's the boss. Oh, I'm going down there. Oh, wait, is he the boss of this world? No bee? I mean, heck, even it's not quite the same, but even, you know, like Majora's Mask reuses, even like down to the NPCs in the game. And that's obviously not a port, but it isn't exactly the same as that. But where would you draw the line, I guess? The point I'm trying to make is reusing, like, graphics and engines does not make something a port. Like, obviously it's not the same, but I'm more bringing it up as an example that just because something shares engine mechanics and visuals doesn't necessarily mean... Shoot. Well, there goes my chance of getting the O. Why did I not see a DK barrel this whole time? I don't know where I'm going. Oh my goodness, I couldn't see it. Does it still have the roller coaster level? It has the level style, but the level itself is completely different. Doo-doo. Why are there bees up high? It's kind of weird. Doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't know if I agree quite as strongly with the argument for intent. I think in the concept of classifications, I'm not sure it matters much to me. Wait, so I didn't fight the swamp guy. I thought that was the boss. It doesn't look that much different. Do you mean visually or design-wise? Because it's definitely totally different. Like, there is no... The levels are not identical to the SNES game. There's not... Like, they maybe, again, use the similar mechanics, but the levels themselves are absolutely different. Oops. A remix is kind of an interesting way to describe it. Perhaps closer to what I would think than a port. You'd be down with that. Maybe that's part of the thing too. I know that I know the SNES level so well. I can absolutely tell the difference. Da 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 da. I could have used the cannon. Wow. I think I'm fine. I would say Super Mario 64 is... I don't think I would call it a port, but I think it's closer to being a port than this game is, personally. But I'm not even sure I'd call that a port either. Maybe I just have a really strict, much more strict definition of port than most people do. Oh, man! I tried to cartwheel, or like run, but I spun my hair right before I landed. That's kind of amazing how much that messed me up. It almost feels like something like a ROM hack or something. Not exactly. ROM hacks usually, at this point, will have totally new levels. But it's that idea of taking the same engine and building something a little different out of it. Or like the same core. I'm not actually, even though I don't consider it a port, I don't think it's strange that people do. It's definitely a weird case. Man. I bounced off a B there that I did not see. Oh, there was a B to bounce there. I think I missed a secret. I don't really have the lives. Oh, it might just be a G anyway. Did I get the DK token, though? Ooh. That makes it, like, kind of find a die here. Let's just maybe investigate with hair. Ah, man, I can't tell. You know what? I'm gonna die. Oh, I do have to do this part again, though. I mean, I guess I would have had to have anyway, but I don't know if I actually missed something, so I don't know if this was worth it or not, but oh well. Like, I can tell you, for my Nintendo Awards video, I'm not going to consider this a re-release. Although, I'm going to have to make it very clear coming up soon that my definition of what's going to qualify or not is just going to have to be what I think, and people are going to disagree sometimes. Like, that's just... I'm realizing it's inevitable. There's no way to make everyone happy, I think, in that regard. So hopefully people understand. Okay, where is it? It was here. Oh my goodness! Why did he do that? I was like holding left. Okay, you know what? Never mind. We're going. If there's something there, I'll beat the whole darn level again. I feel like I might have missed something there too. Did I even get the DK token? No, I missed a bonus and the DK token. I think I might have missed something at that final fall, too. Oh, my goodness. Ow. Okay, I'm impatient. I need to stop. I need to play this seriously. Yeah, I would kind of agree, Turtle, that ultimately it's not something I'm going to fuss too much about. I'm just making conversation today more than anything. I'm not running a database website or anything like that, so I'm good. I don't have to make that call. Although I am going to have to make that call for my Nintendo Awards video, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So I guess it does matter for me. How's it going? Wait a minute. Oh, no, I think this was the bonus. It's going good. Welcome, welcome. Whoa. The decision to play all ports was a good decision because then I could dodge this question. Honestly, you're not wrong. However, that's actually not entirely true because I'm still not playing virtual console releases of games. So I'm maybe not technically playing all of them. This part here is a little suspicious to me. Okay, I don't think there's anything. It's just a little... That B there is just a little suspect to me, but... You know, they haven't done this. Or I haven't been checking this, rather. But they haven't done any breakable walls this whole game. I'm not convinced it's even a mechanic. Okay, there is a bonus here. I wondered that, because it didn't look like the G had any bad guys directly to the left of it. And it's probably just where you shoot out from here. The heck, this is kind of a weird one. Okay. Great idea, Dr. Bob. You just use objectively chosen ones? I don't always like doing that. But maybe I'm too much of a... Yep, here it is. I thought I might have seen something. Because sometimes I can't stand the popular term for something. And I will defiantly try to change the world, even though I won't be successful. I'm actually gaining lives here. There is at some point, though, I would agree that the common usage of something is ultimately the best way to define it, because, I mean, like, that's that's the English language, or I mean, not the English language, that's language in general for you. Words just mean what most people understand them to mean. It's not like there's some magic behind it. You could imagine a world where words meant something different, but I don't know. There's enough room, I feel like, for people to still disagree and try to change how we understand certain things, certain concepts. So I kind of get what you're saying. Oh. You just made a B. Whoa, why did I go flying like that? Okay, you don't have to hit his stinger like in the other game. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he gets aggressive sometimes. This is kind of nasty. I guess that's what happens when I start going a little careful and when I'm not playing a stupid roller coaster level. Does he just chase? Okay, he chases you while he's invincible, and then he goes back to doing this when he's visible again. How did that not hit him? Oh, for some reason I thought the B would have gone away by now. Dude, why does it just sometimes not hit him? Is it because he's off screen? It's kind of annoying. I think part of my problem is that, like, let's see if I can explain this idea properly. Like, yes, words mean what people, oh, man, understand them to mean. Oh, maybe I hit him a few times, or maybe you do have to hit his stinger. I don't quite get this. But I think sometimes collectively people can also be inconsistent. So, like, if a word means something and then even if the majority of people use it incorrectly. Oh. At some point, I want it to be consistent still. Because it is hitting him, I think. It's just not always making him bounce. So either I have to hit him multiple times or he has a weird hitbox. I'm not sure which. Ow. Where is he? I don't know where he does. I've never had this happen. Okay, he just goes back up. Is it still not over yet? Oh, gosh. Holy speed. Oh, I got him. That was a lucky shot. Whew. I think I go back and I just save here. For it to be a portal, do I need it to be considered the same 100%? No, I would not go that far. The majority of people use a term incorrectly becomes a correct term. I'm not exactly. I'm not talking about just word definitions here. I'm talking about like like the names for categories, which is a little bit different. If there are things within a category that are inconsistent from each other, then I think that's a problem. Especially in comparison to other categories. If things feel like it's less about and like, is this the right name, and more of a, are these things categorized correctly based on the names we've described and how we put everything else in a bucket? Does this thing fit more with this bucket of game or this bucket of games? And I think people can be, I think it's possible for the majority of people to be inconsistent. And that's fine. That's just what I think, but doesn't mean I'm not going to say something about it. Oh, phew. I was making Diddy dance. What was I, going left and right or something? Da-da-da-da. I don't think I found, like, anything yet. I think for me to consider something a port, I don't quite know how to describe this right. But it's basically something that is, for all intents and purposes, like the same thing, but just on different hardware. So it may end up sounding different, feeling slightly different, just because the hardware is different, but under the hood, it's essentially the same game, the same levels, the same designs. It's not a hard rule, but to me, that's more along the lines of what I would consider a port. Obviously, there's exceptions and nothing's exact, but Oh yeah, there's no forced interlude. Dr. Bop's favorite song. It's been cut. Ba. Of course, it gets a little weird when you have a port plus added content too, I suppose. Like if you have the same base game, but then you've changed something out, or you've added something to it. Or if you've tweaked a single mechanic. It's a blurry line. It absolutely is. I guess just for me, unique or totally different levels is a non-negotiable for me for a port. Oh, I failed. There's a DK token still somewhere here. Oh, shoot. That's just the bonus here, right? Yeah. Oops. There's actually a platform down there, too. What would I call something like that? I don't know, a port plus. It'd be like as if they released DLC for the original game and then just released a packaged version with the base game plus the DLC. It kind of feels like that, except for they just made the DLC for that version. Oh, Green Pen, you jump scared me for some reason. Thank you for the sub, Green Pen. Oh, I missed the DK token. No, I didn't. I tried not to step on it. Bummer. Do I hold off on that? Because I need to get to a save. I think I will, because I might die on this level. Oh, it's just this instead of Spooky Ghost Song. I'm a little disappointed. It's clearly not a port. I couldn't be bothered to do the haunted house. Oh, I missed something there. You know what? I'm just gonna try to get to the save at this point, I think. Now that I think about it, that's probably how I should play when my lives are like this. Wow, this is absolutely not like the original haunted house level, though. Like, they're not even using the check and X mechanic or anything. Guess it's not a port. Another thing there. Okay. Will I be able to remember these later? Who knows? Amazing how much faster you can go when you don't try to collect everything. I got, like, nothing. Nothing beats an entire amusement park and a haunted house. This is another... Wait, is this the level I'm thinking of? No, this is not the level I'm thinking of. There's another level I don't love in the original game, and it's the one where you're flying or climbing a lot as a spider. It's one of these type of levels, and it involves the spider transformation. Oh, man! Oh, no. I'm worried there's going to be a lot of trial and error here. Oh. I couldn't tell what happened. So yeah, it's not here until you, like, jump. This is weird. Oh my, tiny platforms. Oh. Is this snake doing me any favors here? I'm not sure it did. Maybe I missed a secret or something. Let's put in... Let's have Dixie here. That'll probably be much better. Man, do I want to take this chance? Your jumping is, like, slightly more sluggish with that, I feel like, in this game. Ah! Bruh. Oof. Oh, no! Oh. Saved. This part seems like it would be a lot harder with Diddy. Surely they ain't pulling that trick. It's way too complex. This is scary because this is basically locking me out of Dixie Twirl. That was the DK token? Okay. I trust! Okay, sign surely is ground, okay. Oh, man, what happened there? I pushed the twirl button and it just didn't come out. Oh, I forgot to check if I had all the bonuses or not. Did I even see this before? On. I try to fit everything in rigid definitions of Fool's Errand? Yeah. So I guess ultimately all I'm saying is, by what I personally tend to think of what a port is, this game does not meet the definition. Or not the definition, but my understanding. Why is that banana, like, inside my stomach? That's usually what happens with the banana after you eat them. Okay, I made it to the save. I got plenty still to do in these past levels, but at least I've saved. Missed the chest, or the DK token here. I don't think it's up there. Do you mean, Suji, in your first post, the last word you said, what you call a game, did you mean to say a port? I actually kind of like that definition. It's not about because the programming of the game is like the system it's on, but the content, well, no, what about I guess maybe I would categorize something like Persona 5 Royal as different than a straight port. It's a port plus. So maybe it is fine to say that that's slightly different than just a straight up port. Oof, I didn't mean to go down that deep. Although what I guess where it gets really hairy, Suji, is what counts as different content. Like, what about the recent Donkey Kong Country Returns port? They added Dixie Kong as a playable character. Is that no longer a port now? Even though everything else about the levels is the same? I actually like what you're saying, too. It's just, no matter what you do, the lines get fuzzy. It's an unavoidable curse. Yeah, kind of similar to, like, the Pokemon. Well, not exactly, but that's similar vein. I actually don't like it when games do that. I don't mind a definitive edition version of a game that, like, has all the DLC with it, but I think people who have the original game should, be able to get the new con. Oh, that's right. This one was right at the end. I forgot. I'm all hunting this level when I know where it is. I mean, I guess at some point it does get, like, I don't know if it's a game that released 20 years ago on a system 5 years ago. I don't know why I said system 5 years ago, 20 years ago. At some point, I guess, you know, it's not really feasible to add that content to the old game, so maybe I'm being a little bit of a curmudgeon here, but when it's close enough to the original release, I find it kind of annoying. Ah, I just missed. Is would you want to play the other version? Interesting. Interesting thought. I would say this one feels different enough that I'd want to play it. I would say it's not as good as the SNES game, but I think it stands on its own legs as a unique thing. But I would want to play it if I was a big enough Donkey Kong fan. And maybe Persona 5 Royal. Maybe I'm also misremembering. What was the original system the game was on? Okay, here's my question. What was the original system the game was on? And what systems did Royal come out for? PS3? It's been that long since we've had a Persona game? That's kind of insane. Okay, that game's older than I thought. Holy moly. Oh, it simultaneously launched on PS4. Okay, so it has a PS4 release too. So what did Royal launch on? Okay, then I would be salty. That's too close to the original for me. I'd rather them just include all the changes as something for the base game if you want to pay money or something. Same gen upgrades where you have to buy the whole game again to play new content is not something I like, personally. Aw, man. I just missed. I mean, it's not too uncommon, but I personally just don't like it a whole lot. I don't even, like, I don't really like it when Pokemon did it either. I would much rather have the DLC we have today over definitive versions. Absolutely. I've seen some people be nostalgic for definitive versions over DLC, but I cannot disagree more. I guess in the very least, in older days, you couldn't, you know, have DLC, but... Oh, dude! I just need to switch to Dixie. So I understand it a little more back in the day, but for something like the PS4 where you absolutely could upgrade games at that point, yeah, I don't know about that. Or, you know, get DLC. Ow. Yeah, if it's on the same, if it's a different console, then it's like, okay, whatever. That I'm more fine with. But if it's the same console, then I'm a little more salty about it. I said I was going to switch to Dixie, and I haven't yet. Yeah, I haven't played all the Pokemon games that changed, I guess, to fully say what I think, but I don't know. I'd rather a lot of different things over it, still. Having to pay full price for minor changes just is not worth it to me. Wait, I can leave. Does that let me start at checkpoints too? I don't know. You should take an extreme every release is a new game approach and consider every Minecraft version a sequel. Oh my goodness. I don't mind that, Dongenmachen. I'm fine with. I'm fine with definitive editions that include everything that's ever been in the game. But I don't like it when the definitive edition is the only way to play the new stuff in the game. If we're talking same gen release. If it's like the next generation of consoles, then it's whatever. Oops. I just failed spectacularly. Well, nowadays companies just make fixes to base games with update patches and all that too. I would absolutely prefer it in that form than having to buy the whole darn game again. Yeah, I don't like multiple versions either. I would rather there just be one version of the game, as I've never liked multiple versions of Pokemon. Well, you described it as a fix. If it's a fix, then yes, I would want that in the base game. Again, I haven't fully played all of them. And I would certainly rather see a new game than just a slightly remixed older game, especially on the same, like, if maybe then I'd rather, another thing I would prefer is maybe wait a little longer, do it on the next console where you can also upgrade graphics and stuff like that, rather than the same console where, everyone who plays the first version beta tests the remix version later on. I think there are a lot of better ways to do the exact same idea, or essentially the same idea, without a third or a definitive version. Like, if someone made a game, admitted that, oh, this isn't actually the best way to play this game, you have to buy a whole new version of the game to play that, to me, that makes me salty. And if there was a series I liked and they said, oh, here's just a slightly remixed version of the same game rather than a new game, I'd prefer the new game. Finally, I got that token. Took me long enough. That dragonfly's in a weird spot. Shoot. How do I feel about Nintendo Switch 2 editions? The ones that can be viewed as DLC is kind of fine. I don't really like that they are putting a price on just, like, performance upgrades. But, like, you know, I don't mind about paying for the Forgotten Land new stages. I think that's cool. The new content, but when it's just the upgrades, I'm a little more like, that's kind of lame. There's that. Do-do-do. Do you guys, I don't know, I'm in a little bit, hopefully I'm not being too extreme here, but do you guys really think every game should be re-released with just minor tweaks and you have to buy the whole game again just to play a slightly different version of it? Like, I don't know, I don't really think so. That's not how I would prefer the gaming world to be. I don't see what makes Pokemon special in that regard. What am I missing here? I don't even remember. I'm just gonna bail because I haven't. Wait, I could always do that. Okay, I'm missing bonuses. Pokemon can generally justify it more. Why? How does Pokemon justify it any more than any other game? Oh, I don't think there's anything down here. No. If it does replace the original, then wouldn't it be better to be DLC? That truly is the best way to play the game. Is it really worth having to pay full price again just to play the best version? Like either make the original version the best version or let people who bought the original get to play the best version. Yeah, but that's not stuff specific to Pokemon. Anyone could do that. And I'm glad most games don't do that. That DK token is, like, required. Yes, I agree, Wisp, that... Or, like, I prefer the DLC. This came out of me saying... Like, This came out of me saying I prefer the DLC way of adding content to a game. And I see people that are nostalgic for the old way of doing it when I don't like the old way of doing it nearly as much. So, I am happy with it the way it is now. And I get why that couldn't have always been the thing, but I would never take third versions over DLC, ever. Or, like, definitive versions over DLC, same gen, ever. Oh, that's not a bonus. You find it disgusting when companies release DLC games at release? I don't mind it. We've had this discussion before. If the DLC wouldn't have existed otherwise, then I don't see why it's necessarily a problem. Like, games don't just launch. Or, like, you don't just work on a game and everything you can until it launches. Real life is much more complicated than that. You make as much as you think you need to make the game worth it. And if then you think a DLC later is worth it, then you make it. I actually don't have a huge problem with that, personally. Do. I still don't really understand what makes Pokemon special in that regard. Any game could do that. People have complaints about every game. I don't want to have to pay new prices for every time a developer releases a game, the public isn't happy about something and they have to re-release the entire game. That's just not how I want gaming to be. It's not how most games are either, historically, and I think that's good. It kind of lets you make the excuse of, well, we don't have to give it our all in the main game or the initial release. We can always do it later, and people will buy it. If it's a completely different game, then that's fine, but Are Platinum and Emerald really? They've literally changed every level in the game? Is every route different? Every combat encounter different? Everything? Oh, shoot. I don't know where this bonus is. If that's the case, I'd rather them just make a new game then than change the core game. Again, that's just not... It's not how I want games to be made. I don't want them to be made with, well, let's slap this out, and whatever people don't like, we'll re-release the game at full price so you can play the different version. Where is this bonus, by the way? I can't find it. Like, if they messed up that badly on the initial release, that it requires an entirely new game to be made for it to be good, then, I don't know. That's rough for the people who bought the first bad version of the game. Having to pay full price, same gen, or like same console gen for what amounts to, well, we made it slightly different and better. I don't know, that feels like a ripoff to me. Maybe if they made them cheaper or something, to reflect how much dev time they actually spent on it, I wouldn't mind it so much. Did I beat this bonus? I think I did. I'll double check, though. Oh, shoot. it goes from a 7 to a 9, then I would absolutely feel ripped off that I bought the first version of the game that wasn't as good. Only for them to release a better version later on. Oh my goodness, that was close. I think I beat this, but I'll double check. I did. I remember beating this. Where is this other bonus? Oh my gosh. The wind here is starting to frustrate me. I'm gonna game over. I should save. I don't remember when I saved last. I'm being a little distracted too. That's part of the problem. These heated conversations. Banana. Dixie is staring into my soul. At that point, I'd rather them just make it. Spend their time on a new game, though. I don't want to have to pay full price for a slightly tweaked version of a game that I already paid full price for. Like, that just does not seem like... That is not... I'm so glad that no other games do that. I would hate that if that's how all games are. Man, I did not find it. Great. Well, I would have hated it if that's how they were back in the day, too. Yeah, but again, you could say that about every game. Well, let's make this the best version this game could be by releasing it again for full price with slight tweaks based on what everyone said. I just don't like it. I think that's a ripoff to people who bought the older versions. I would never have wanted hit gaming to be you have to keep buying a game over and over again until they come out with the best version of it. I wonder if that's something with the snake. Let me look around with the snake a little more thoroughly. Maybe it's up high somewhere. Not seen anything. Where the heck is this? Do I approve of Nintendo offering owners of Switch One games the opportunity to upgrade their games? Sure. I don't quite understand your question. I don't mind upgraded games. And I wouldn't even mind paying some for improvements, even though that's ideally a lot of that stuff I'd prefer to be free. But I would rather not buy a whole game, or have to buy a whole game over again. Like, you take the Switch 2 example. Even if I don't totally like all the adjustments they made, at least you can pay it for it separately. All right, if you think so, Wisp. I'm not so sure. You can come up with a reason for it, Shining Magneton. That still doesn't make it incredibly lame to me that you have to buy the game twice in order to get the experience when it comes out and the full experience later on. Like, that really does not change me disliking the end result at all. Where is this bonus? Yeah, you could skip, but I'd rather them just wait to make the full game. The reason they don't is because they know people will buy both. Wait, did I just see something? No, that's just the tree. Like, if that's the case, then they should just wait to release the final version. My first game over. I don't want to hint yet. Do I start falling off cliffs? Oh, you missed the cave if you take the snake. That's kind of funny. But about I hear a lawnmower. I hope it's not too loud. It might be kind of loud. Oh, shoot. That's really loud. Okay, that should be better. Do I sound fine? I should, that's someone who lives here. I should make sure I talk to the person mowing the lawn. Make sure it doesn't happen while I stream. Alright, let's find this stupid bonus. Okay, wind does not change here. I thought maybe it'd be over to the left. Yeah, I would be more fine with that. The sort of pseudo-sequel style. Where maybe you reuse a little bit more, but at least you make kind of a... Or, like, maybe you still reuse a lot, but at least you're making kind of a different... A totally different thing. I don't mind that as much. Is it with this guy? No, it wouldn't be. Man. Checking ledges and everything now. That's how desperate I am. This bonus is rough. Oh, you know what it could be? What about something like this? No. There is another part like that later on, though. Yeah, I absolutely do not mind the DLC approach. Like, that is definitely... I have overall... I've not played ZAs, but overall, I... Wait a sec. That part could be something. Well, I don't know. I've overall been pretty happy with Pokemon DLC, actually. Of the games I have played with DLC. Yeah. It wasn't there. I was hoping it would be. You think Ultra's worse than this NES original? Why is that? Well, most people think it's better. The only thing I dislike about the sequel is the lack of multiplayer, but other than that, I feel like it's an improvement. All right, tell me this. For your navigator, before or after the checkpoint? I'm gonna guess before, because there's one after already. Oh, what? I still started at the checkpoint. Oh, I found it. It is that stupid banana thing. I guess I should have known. That took me way too long. With less changes made. Did they change much? Other than just adding new modes? Am I just cooked? Wow. Okay. jumped. Oh, he's not dead. Wait, no, did I miss him there as a result? Uh-oh. No, we're just going to the end. Or get a different level's checkpoint. I thought you said start a different level, or like that's how my mind registered it. Oh, got that as well. I thought I had another life, first off. Wait, where is the DK barrel? Is there not one here? It's kind of rough. Am I missing it? I don't think so. Nasty. Oh! Man, I know at this point I should drop it, but also, like, if the part of the problem is their short dev times, couldn't they have spent more dev times not making definitive edition versions and instead just make that time to make the best version from start to finish? As the first release? I'm not going to argue that they aren't the best versions of the game. I don't know, you can still have that separate team then work on it until the definitive version is done. I almost did the same thing, but then I remembered. Whew. This is suspicious, because there's like a ton of bananas up there. Guess not. Aha! Just the G. Oh no! That was really silly. That reasoning that amounts to they wanted more money doesn't make me any less frustrated or feel any less ripped off at their existence. Oh my goodness, I missed the barrel again. That's a game over, isn't it? Yep. Wah, wah, wah. Sure, that's how it is, but that means I'm fully allowed to dislike it, right? I can say the world where they don't exist is the world I prefer. Oh. All right. Let's try this again. Where's the DK? It was up here. Did I ever see if I had the exclamation mark on this? I easily could have seen it. Again, a reason for its existence does not change the fact that I still have to pay more money if I want to play it on launch and later. And that feels like a ripoff to me. I don't really care why it has to be that way. I still am not personally going to like it. Oh my goodness, how many times is that guy gonna get me? I'm certainly not gonna say I like it. Even if I had to begrudgingly accept its existence, I would never say I prefer it. You get, like, no DK barrels for the second half. Am I missing something? Almost feels like I am. This is brutal. Should go the opposite way, in case there's something. Although I don't think there's going to be. Huh, just slightly different rewards. How do I get this G? How did I get this? Whoa! Ah! Glad I investigated that further. I should have the first time, honestly. Huh? Oh. Oh, I didn't get the G out of that. That's sad. Okay. What? Did I not do 2 bonuses? Oh, did I never rebeat the 1 bonus? That's probably what happened here. I get what you're saying, Shining Magnet in there. I just don't know. I didn't grow up with it, so maybe I'll just never understand, but I have a hard time imagining feeling nostalgic for something that feels like a ripoff. And entirely the company's fault that it happens in the first place if it's a problem of their own making. Oh! But I didn't grow up with it, so maybe I would be. I know if they stopped doing dual releases, I wouldn't miss that. I don't know. I can't imagine a world where if I had to pay to upgrade all my games to get the slightly better versions of them, I would be happy with that or miss that. If I had to pay twice for every Mario game, I don't think I would miss that going away. Wait, I don't have to kill everyone here. Ba-ba. I think you can, I've said this before, I think you can encourage the same things from multiple versions without actually requiring people to have to buy the game multiple times to 100% it. So sorry. Once again, this is another thing I will not disagree, or I probably won't agree with people on. I have a hard time ever seeing multiple versions as worth it. I don't like content in a game being locked behind you needing to interact with other people, unless it's like, I don't know, a multiplayer exclusive game, then whatever. But for a game that's mostly focused on single player, I just think it's annoying. No, the expectation is that you don't have friends that have another version. The expectations is that you convince your friends to get the other version. It still feels like a marketing tactic that can really lock people out of content if they don't meet the conditions. Oof. Yeah, I would not count Zelda as the same thing. I don't know who brought that up, but... Like, I think one thing you could have done to encourage it is, like, I don't know, seed files so that certain Pokemon rarities are more common. That way, it's fun to trade with friends and you'll get things at a faster rate, but you're not locking things behind having to have someone else have a different version of the game. Heck, in some ways, the starters actually accomplish that too. Everyone has a different starter, and you can trade your starters. Like that, I don't have as much beef with. But yeah, the two Zelda games are absolutely two different games. They are not the same game. They have completely new worlds, dungeons, items, and everything. That's very different than Pokemon versions. I do agree that what I would agree with is that multiple versions today are worse than they used to be. Now that you can just do everything online. Or they feel even more pointless than ever, I should say. I could agree with that. I just think there are better ways to accomplish it without locking single player or stuff out of the single player experience. Ages into Seasons. It's funny, I played Ages first. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do it. Oh. Ah, dang it. And keep in mind, me saying all this, I don't hate the Pokemon franchise. I'm not one of those people. I have the weird opinion where I don't love it or hate it, so I'm an anomaly because it feels like nowadays you have to be one or the other. There are things I like about Pokemon and things that I don't. And I've never really liked the multiple versions thing. Or Mystery Dungeon? I've never seen it. Oh, one was GBN, one was DS. Interesting. Got everything there? The return of the bird! Whoops, my bad. Oh, another interesting idea I had in this realm is, what if the rarity of the Pokemons in the world depended on, like, who you chose as your starter? Kind of interesting. This boss, yeah, because he's like not clearly a ghost in this. That is kind of funny. Oh man. You think that'd be disliked? You think version exclusives would be better? You essentially make your version exclusives baked into the game rather than forcing you to play different versions? I don't know about that. If that would be disliked, that would just be because it's different. Do. Then maybe the difference is you could just select your starting configuration of the world. You could literally have two versions of the game, but make them all be you buy one and then you just select one or the other. Oh. Yeah, I guess I see what you mean, though, because it's not like you, when you choose a version, you know what Pokemon you're getting in it. Well, not necessarily, actually. Oof. Yeah, Battle Network did that, too, and I didn't like it in that, either. Ah, man. These eggs are hard to dodge on the falling part. Okay, remember, this egg bounces like 10,000 times for some reason. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oof. Reason why I thought of just doing it based on starters is I think it could be kind of interesting to balance the Pokemon you receive, or more likely to receive, based on what you start with. Because, like, let's take the first Pokemon game, for example. If you start with fire, you've cooked yourself for the start of the game. But maybe if they changed what kind of Pokemon balance around it, it'd just be interesting. That was just kind of my thought process. Okay. Ah! Wait, what happened? That was weird. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was just kind of my thought process behind it. Really, what I would prefer to see is if we're gonna have incentive to... I'm just coming up with different ideas for ways to still maintain the idea of trading with friends is beneficial without requiring it. So this idea of how do you make your world different than someone else without making you have to buy the game again. Or not buy the game again, buying a different game. Like, I don't feel like the presence of two different versions of the game is necessary to make people play two different versions of the game. Yeah, the starters alone are. I maybe wish starters could be found in your world, but maybe really rarely or something, or really late game, just so that you at least still can get them as single player, but whatever. I still feel like it's better than having to, or better than, you know, a different version of the game itself. Oh, shoot, man. I'm actually struggling here. What the heck? I need to save. I actually did like that about Arceus too, actually. I really like that, I didn't have to trade to get anything. But I will, even though I'm bashing it, I sort of see that fun, like, oh, you meet up with your friends, you talk with them, you find things they have that you don't have and all that. So I just like to think there's a way you can accomplish that without necessarily hampering the single player experience to the point where you just miss out on things. So I do get it. I get that the end result is a little cool. I just think there might be better ways to do it that don't feel quite so frustrating for the single player. You know, maybe make those link cable items a bit more obnoxious to get, so you can trade to get them, and it's easier that way, but you don't have to. Or something like that. See, maybe this is part of it too, Wisp. I love Pokedex completion. Catching all the Pokemon is my favorite thing about Pokemon games. So maybe that's part of the... Maybe we're finding a bit of the root here as well. As to why I don't like version exclusives. That is my... Like, I don't even really like the battle system of Pokemon games that much, but I love catching Pokemon. So there is a bonus world. Do we do this now? Oh, it's just a flat sum. You have to buy all of them. Okay. Oh, this is a new song, isn't it? I guess this is my first ice stage. It's kind of interesting how they've segmented the level types into different worlds, which they did a little bit of, but I feel like they're being a little bit more strict about it in this game. Yo, I gotta say, the versions of the songs in this game are not half bad. Grant Kirkhope did a good job. Oof. Wait. Oh, shoot. My life situation is terrible. I should have just game overed. Now, this is something I absolutely will not blame the devs for, but one sad thing for me is I feel like it's made it also a lot harder to retroactively get full Pokedex in old games. It's not very future-proof, so to speak. That's just a personal thing, though, that I find sad about it. There's a lot of games that get worse over time, like Splatoon, for example. You miss out on stuff if you play once the online is dead. I don't know where that bonus just came from. I guess I'd just rather a single-player focused game not require as much. But I'm not also going to sit here and say a game has to be future-proof to be good. That's a bit of a bold thing to say. What I just wish is I wish Nintendo or Pokemon Company would be a little bit more willing, like with the Fire Red Leaf Green, who knows, maybe it's coming. But I would love for them to have more online functionality with it. With that game. Maybe it's coming, but being able to trade online, do battles online, even though I don't care about that. I think that would be a very cool thing to have. Yeah, home support is coming at least. That's better. That's at least something. Because that's the way you could make those old games, like, you can kind of still take advantage of that multiplayer aspect in a world where things are just different. Can you do local trading in it on the Switches? I can't remember. In Fire Red Leaf Green. Like, can you actually finish the Pokedex in those games? Okay, you can at least do that. So that's good. So you still kind of can capture that, but having online would be even cooler. Oh, hey, save right away. Nice. All right, who of you is surprised that I don't plan on playing Pokemon Champions until I get to it in the challenge? I've already, especially considering I've said I don't really care for the Pokemon battle system that much. I think having a kind of universal battle app kind of makes sense for Pokemon, actually. I don't hate its existence, even if maybe I wouldn't want it to be free to play, but... Or, you know, have microtransactions, rather. It's just not for me. I get why it exists. It kind of makes perfect sense to me. I'm almost surprised it took this long for something like that to exist. Wow, I thought I'd get caught by the wind. Wonder how rampant, like, cheated in Pokemon will be with it. I mean, I guess that's kind of already a problem in competitive Pokemon, I would imagine. Because I'm assuming champions you can bring in Pokemon from home, no? Or is that not true? I actually don't know quite enough about it. I just know it's battling focus, and I'm not as interested. You can? Yeah, that's what I would expect. Cheating in Pokemon is different, though. Because that, you're, like, cheating your preparation aspect, not just making the match busted. So I'm talking about, like, Pokemon that you shouldn't have, that you have. Although at the same time, I sort of understand it, I guess. I guess it could be a little frustrating to, you know, not have gotten as lucky of a Pokemon as someone else found. So weirdly enough, I, like, sort of empathize. But I definitely don't think it's fair if everyone's not on the same playing field, you know? So ultimately, I would not advocate for it, but... So that's just like a weird side of competitive Pokemon to me, you know? How much outside grinding does it actually take to have a good team? And if everyone's just cheating and you have to spend 100 hours to get a team as remotely good as the people cheating, that can feel rough. Gen 9 plus the new Pokemon champion does apparently simplify the process of making perfect Pokemon. Ah, interesting. I wanna say that's better for competitive Pokemon, but I don't really fully have an opinion on it because I'm not as tuned into that. Oh my goodness, I want to win the lag for that one. Wait, is that my last life? I don't remember. I'm gonna save anyway. I don't actually have a whole lot of coins. Cheating doesn't actually happen as much anymore. Oh, I was under the impression it was rampant, but I also do not pay attention to the competitive scene at all, so maybe that's based off of information from before it became less common. Oh, speaking of, the lawn mowing is stopped. I'm gonna turn off that filter. Oh. Man, I feel like you could easily just hide a little something to the side. I guess I already got the decay token. It would have to be a barrel. Oh, we're still going up. Whoa. Well, here's the end. Wow, I got one more life. Did I get all the... I don't think I got all the bonuses, right? I didn't see the... Yeah, I did miss one. No! Yeah, blatant cheating like that, I mean, it's a whole nother story. I think that's really obnoxious. I hate playing an online game and running into people who are just outright breaking the game, and it's like, I'm here to play the game, you know, not just watch someone not play the game. Should I just, like, go up one side? Why don't we try that? This will be the session where I focus on the right side. Sometimes I do have to go over, though. Huh. I like wanted to check over here, but the way I did that was really stupid. I guess did I ever go behind this? Wow. I think I did check behind that actually with a partner. I'm not sure though. I'm not 100% sure. Shiny Hunter's the only group I've seen be complain about TDM being reduced. Oof. I am definitely not a Shiny Hunter. I prefer them as, like, wow moments when they happen, rather than hunting them down. There's some parts here where there's just, like, nowhere they could put a bonus. Oh, no, I hear lawnmower again. Are you serious? Over 30 shinies? I absolutely did not find that many. I did find more. Ah! Or it's just some invisible barrel somewhere. Wow, I'm kind of surprised I'm getting every letter still with how much I've only been focusing on one side. This last part's a little weird, but I don't know. Wait, have you actually like 100%ed the full Pokedex? That sounds like a nightmare in that game. Like actually do the full, whatever you call it. Like there's the part where an entry's complete, and then there's the part where you've checked everything. That sounds like that's too much. I like looked at that and I was like, no. I did do like whatever they call it. I don't remember now. It's been a while since I played. Whatever they called it when you fill up or like when you finish a unit and they get the check mark or whatever. I did do that. Oh, I wouldn't say they quite shadow dropped out of nowhere. Wasn't it hinted at in an earlier trailer? I'm worried about this bonus. Where the heck is this? Perfect player card in the DS games? Oh no, I don't even know what that is. Is it something akin to what they have in Arceus? Arceus? I never know what to call that game. Because I feel like, haven't you guys said that, they've been inconsistent themselves? Or am I misremembering? Like they've said Arceus or Arceus? That's what's weird about Mario Galaxy. Half the trailers haven't even been like space themed, dude. That just feels like a multiverse. I don't know if it's multiverse, but it feels like it's gonna be they just go to a lot of different places. That's the vibe that I'm getting from it. It's more about them going to. There's just gonna be a lot of locations. Yes, I do know where the O is. I understand where I missed it. Is there a space in the middle? Oh gosh, there maybe is. Dude, where is this bonus, man? Oops, wasn't fast enough. That's game over. They used both back in Gen 4. I think they landed on the hard C. Okay. If that's what they've landed on, then that's probably what I want to use. Where the heck is this bonus, though? Like, where could it be? I've, like, scanned the whole level. Other than the middle in some places. That makes me think it's an invisible barrel, but where? I guess there's a couple spots that are, like, slightly suspicious. That I haven't touched everywhere yet. Whoa, I don't think I've gotten that before, have I? Maybe I did, like my first run. So this part I haven't really checked, like, everywhere. I just kind of assumed that because the DK token was here, it probably wouldn't be here, but... Where the heck is this? What could it be? Oops. I feel like I'm like fully scanning this level. I'm worried it's just somewhere invisible. This last part of the level is like slightly odd to me, but ow. What in the world? Where is this? What? I don't know what to check. I swear, if it's still just chilling somewhere and I missed it. I haven't done like a higher up. No, it's not there. Are there any parts where... Man, where in the world? So I've just checked everywhere. Looks like it's gonna be, like, my guess currently is that it's like underneath a platform somewhere as a bonus if you like, or as an invisible barrel. I see this. There was a banana there. I see the where the clue was. I never picked up on it before, but it was indeed an invisible barrel. I thought I had checked all the spots like that, but I guess not. Whoops. See, there's this banana here. I'm surprised I don't remember that banana, because I absolutely don't. Also, where the heck am I missing? Oh, there's the path to the left, too. Alright, that has to have been it. Indeed it was. This game's still, I mean, I guess I should have known. This game's actually pretty sizable. Like, you compare how many levels are in Toy Story for the Game Boy. Oop, new music type. And it's actually pretty impressive what they put in this. New song. This game has such a good soundtrack. Oh my goodness, it's not fair. This is also just a better designed game than Game Boy or the Toy Story. Say it ain't so. No. Oh! Oh, I got it. Oh, yeah, so this one is actually completely new. I can imagine the moving floor thing was just a little too hard for them to do. Oops. What's the other one? Fear Navigator that was completely new? Like, didn't share a name or and design? Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh. Crazy Coaster instead of Haunted Hall, right? Oh, I just, like, didn't even see him. Like, I did right when he hit me, or, like, just before he hit me, but it was too late. Saw a banana over there. What was that? Oh, did I miss this somehow? Wow. Surprises me that I just didn't even think to look up there. No, I'm gonna die again! Okay, I think they're offset, so if I fall, I just stay on the hole. Can't believe that happened to me again. Not falling for you this time, rat. I don't want you guys. I was talking about the first rat, not the second rat. The second rat was allowed to get me. Do-do-do-do-do. Just stay still. Okay. Da, 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 da. Did the Battle Network games have trading with their with other people with battleships? I like never did that. Even though I had multiple versions of the game. I know sometimes they made other versions have actual different bosses and stuff like that. I remember that because I got a bunch of multiple versions, not all of them though. Like 3's multiple versions were so minimal that I didn't bother. And some of them had different characters, too. Or, like, different... Like, I remember Double Team... Where am I taking this? You know what? We're gonna set that aside while I look for this cannon. Is this where I came out of that secret? Yeah. Okay, here it is. Man, where am I? I thought I fell down to somewhere I had already been there. Where is it? There it is. Do-do-do-do-do. Anyone try out the demo for... Gosh, what is it? Tomodachi Life? I already said I don't really plan on playing it, so I haven't, but... I'm curious what other people have thought of it so far, if they've tried it out. Dude, I don't know how your hitbox is so crazy while you're doing that move. On. Oh, really? I even know where the K is. I just forgot to get it when I died. Right. Actually, that makes sense. Well, that's probably the only bonus. They usually only have 2 maximum. Life sims just aren't really your thing. I like Animal Crossing. They're not like my favorite games, but I enjoy them. Are you gonna try out Pokopia? Because it's kind of, I don't know, it feels like it's a little more than just a life sim game. the builders slash Pokopia. I don't know why, but I'm not really much of a demo guy. There's the DK token. Maybe I just don't like the feeling of starting something and then being taken away from it. I'd rather just get it and play it. I don't know. You probably will, but it hasn't been a system seller for you like it has for some people. Yeah, I can see that. It is kind of in that family, but it seems a little different. I don't know, I haven't played it yet, though. Maybe I'm just splitting hairs. Yeah, we'll see. I actually do plan on playing that one. Before, like, at some point here. I just haven't yet. Aww. I'm just gonna die. Yeah, it looks cool. I think I would enjoy it. I actually think it looks like the kind of additions I would like to, like, I would love for Animal Crossing to actually be a little more expansive in that way. That game seems like it is. I don't know, I haven't played it yet, but from what I've seen people say about it, there's like other islands to explore and more things to unlock and stuff like that. That kind of sounds like the perfect kind of variation of that formula for me. Should not have done that. What's my opinion on rhythm games? Oof. I don't play them too much. I do like, wow. I died jumping on him. I do play DDR on the regular, but that's more for exercise. I haven't played too many of them outside of that. So. I can't keep dying like this. No, I've never played Rhythm Heaven. I think it looks cool, though. I've just never actually played it. I didn't really know about it back in the day. Now it's kind of become one of those franchises I'm going to save for the challenge kind of franchises. I think that one looks fun, though. If I'd known about it back in the day, I probably would have gotten it. But as I've said before, I kind of had this mindset now of if it's something I haven't played before the challenge, I'm going to wait for the challenge to experience it. Some of those rhythm games look really hard. I mean, I guess you don't have to play the hard stuff in them, but a lot of them look like look like the kind of game you have to invest a lot into to really play it at a high level. That's why something like Rhythm Heaven actually feels like a little bit more appealing to me, because it's probably a little bit more casual, I would think. I mean, I bet you it's not totally easy, but it's not something like DDR. What kind of rhythm game is Rhythm Doctor? I don't think I've ever heard of it. Okay, is that the only bonus in this level now? Yep. So did they only cut one world then? I think so, right? Yes, those are also blank slates to me. I've never experienced them. Yeah, it was like 2 Frankenstein together. So it wasn't like completely removed. The boss is gone though. Da-da-da. A series I'll be playing a lot of that's not a complete mystery to me is I have played the first Professor Layton, but nothing beyond the first one, and I think I'm playing most of them, right? I died. If you couldn't tell. I haven't played Ace Attorney, but I'm only playing the mashup, right? Like, I'm not actually playing any individual Ace Attorney games. Hopefully that doesn't actually throw me up too much with the, or like throw me off too much with the mashup game. I've thought about trying those games. I don't know if they'd be my thing, but one of these days I might give him a shot. I see a bonus. Wait, was that supposed to be hard? Throw me up. I know, when I said that, I was like, wait a second. That's not quite the right thing. Trip me up and throw me off, I think was the combination that made that sentence happen. Okay, it's in the middle. How much did you say there were? There was 47, I think. That scared me so bad. He didn't even throw it at me. Yeah, I actually really liked the first Professor Layton game. I'm kind of surprised I never got more of them. It just didn't happen. But I'm looking forward to those. I kind of always wanted to play more, and I just never have. Excuse me. Yeah, I have definitely much more grown into the camp of not all Japanese adventure games are visual novels, despite how much we say that. But, yeah. We're now once again discussing terminology differences that, people just don't always, like, at what point is the common definition just what it is? Woo! Bonk, bonk. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I spend too much time looking at Japanese developments of games and genres and stuff, that I stick more to the Japanese understanding of. The, what do they call it? Well, we've talked about this a bit before. Novel style of adventure games. It's kind of hard to move fast enough. Okay, I had a feeling there was something else. Yeah, the thing about adventure, it's pretty common for adventure games to have a lot of puzzle elements. Funny, the definition of RPG is now basically any game that is mechanically similar to D&D. Yeah, I know, right? And what's funny is the role-playing aspect of RPGs, I mean, of D&D, is, like, not present in a lot of RPGs. I wouldn't say it's not present at all, but even the ones that it is present in, it's still not nearly, you know, as open-ended as actual D&D is. That can't happen until we have, like, I don't know, complete procedural generation worlds and characters and stuff. Letting you do anything. But, like, the whole concept of how Japanese RPGs have predefined main characters and stories is actually pretty, far removed from D&D at that point. It's kind of funny. The video game understanding of RPG or definition. Did I find the DK token? I don't totally remember finding it. Oh, this was the level I couldn't find it on as a kid. Well, let's just end for now. In case I did find it. Oh, I did. At the very least, if you have a predefined character, though, you're still choosing what to do in any moment, you know? You're not watching a cutscene of the characters just doing everything, right? Like, the narrator isn't just choosing how your character reacts in all scenarios. Or does it? And I'm wrong. Is that a way to play D&D? There are D&D stories? Interesting. I didn't know that. Or not. Oh, they're books, though. It wouldn't be like you're playing a session of D&D as one of the characters, or are you saying you would still? Like, there's a novel you follow as you play. Guess I'm just not quite understanding. Regardless, it's not kind of the most common way to do D&D. Well. I had, like, no time left. They still can roleplay, but you can get railroaded hard if the Dungeon Master really wants to. Interesting. Ooh, I knew I was dead. I definitely don't like this mechanics of the spider in this game a whole lot. Ooh, or in this version, or this, in Donkey Kong Land 2. I said version. Oh, no. Ah! I'm so dead. I'm not dead. I live. The snake lives. Well, what did I just get there? Was that an extra life? There's a DK token over here, right? Yeah. Okay. That wasn't my fault, right? Right? So when you jump as the snake, you literally cannot see the screen scroll. And I jumped up to a platform, and there just so happened to be a bad guy standing there. Or a bee there that I just rammed my head into, that I literally could not see until I hit it. That guy there. Should I be trusting these bananas? I feel like I might have missed something there. Wow. Another code will be blind? Yes, it will be. Wow. That's what I get for reading chat. Whoops. This game is actually a little tough to read chat with because of how much things can just pop up out of nowhere and get you. Oh my goodness. Wait, that has the exclamation mark, so I have everything on this level. Whoa, hello there. Oh, too greedy. I probably shouldn't have gone there. Yes, thank you. However, that does also mean this level is not done yet. Kind of nice not having to... Woof, okay, come on. Whoa, holy extra lives. All right, Stronghold Showdown. How many tokens do I have at this point? $45, so I think I have to beat the final boss before I can do that bonus area. I don't know if it's the whole world or if it's just going to be the battle or not, though. We'll see. DK, no. Wah, wah. Wait, did I not get the thing there? The token? I haven't missed anything, have I? Doesn't look like it. I have noticed that Fear Navigator, but sometimes it felt like I didn't get to kill when I was doing that, so I don't know what was going on. Oh, right, this stage. All right, here now for the test. Wow, I thought I could get away with that. I, for some reason, didn't think that would be a bottomless pit. I wanted to test down there. So now the real question is, will they throw in the music? Or For some reason, I thought that was solid. Dude, I'm being really stupid. Ba ba ba. Alright, there's one of the bonuses. Is this the last bonus? Or... Yeah, because I think you usually were still get... Wow. How much longer is left? I think I'm pretty close to the end. Or, like, I know I'm pretty close. I just don't know if there's a final world or not. A final secret world or not. Or if they're just gonna have just the secret final boss and that's it. Okay, so that's the second to last bonus token. I'm assuming the last one you just get for being the final boss. I think that's how it is in base game, but maybe... You don't have to do it? You just push left and right? Ah, that probably was the problem. Oh my goodness. Wait, okay, I didn't quite understand how those bees were moving. Well, that did not work. I panicked. Man, I haven't even gotten to the race yet, and I'm struggling. Unless there just is no race. How did I not get hit there? Wait, I don't quite get those bees. I'm assuming there's a DK token. I mean, obviously. There's gonna be a DK token somewhere I'm gonna have to find. Barrel. That is not a barrel. Not in the way that I want, at least. I mean, in theory, they could have hit something up there. Alright, here we go. Race time! Oh, shoot. Wow, thank you for just directing me away from the K game. Wait. This is the song for the bee chase. Not the original song for this level. Whoops. This is gonna be really hard with this screen, actually. Oh man, that's what got me. Worst part is there's probably a DK token here. I should maybe focus on beating it though to get a save. Yes, okay, got it anyway. I have no idea how good he's doing after that part. Was there KONG in the original level of this? I don't remember. Oh, come on. How does that keep being the thing that gets me? That's not worth. I don't know where he is. Oh, why do I keep singeing my toesies on that thing? I had to have been near the end too, I think. Okay, well, I have everything in this level, so that's good. Ooh. Ooh. Man, the hitbox for the ceiling is much... Oh, I thought that was the part where you go down. It's much more forgiving than the hitbox for your feet. Oh, I thought that was the part where you go down. Dude, how long did I do this before I went down? There we go. did it again, dude. Come on, I gotta be near the end, though. What the heck? Oh my gosh. What is this? Did I go the hard way or something? I think I might have gone the hard way. All right, we're good. Whew. All right, final boss time. 88%? I think there is a whole final world. Dude, am I even gonna finish this game? Oh my gosh, hello there. This is not a very big arena. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. Well, hopefully. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? I don't know why that took so much longer that time. Oh, I can't believe that worked. Actually, that is one thing I would like about Diddy more. Boing, 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 boing. Did that actually go in? Oh, I beat him. Get smacked. All right, that's base game done. Nice. That felt easier than the normal final boss. I'm only number 2. I got beaten by Mario. Oh, here's credits. Think of the GG's all. Fear Navigator, Suji, Leapster, Magic Junior, Turtle, Donganmaken, Otter. Got our cast of characters as usual for these games. Oh, I didn't say thank you, Klein. Wiimote. You will always be at least 3rd place. Interesting. I still have to do 100%. And based on how much file completion I had left, I think I have a whole nother secret world to do. One of the critiques people had of Ultima for... No, wait, no. Just Ultima in general. Is that they started to reduce customization and focus on pre-made characters. Ah, interesting. The weird thing is, like, at the current moment, games just cannot be as... open-ended as... actual D&D sessions go. Even games with, like, branching... Ooh, excuse me. Even games with, like, branching dialogue trees and stuff like that, you're still following usually a pretty predetermined path, you know? Dr. Bop, were you the one that knew someone who thought Resident Evil 4 was role-playing because you're playing the role of Leon? Like, that's what they thought role-playing meant, was that you just play as a character, as opposed to what else? I don't know. Tetris, where you just move blocks around. Yeah, the soundtrack for this, it's been pretty good. I've liked it. I mean, obviously it's the same songs, but... crockheads. Probably gonna get clobbered by the secret world. I hope it's not too hard to save during it. What's funny is I don't know what I prefer. Like, I don't actually care that much about whether or not I'm able to fully customize my character and story that much. At least to that degree. Obviously, I mean, I like a little bit of strategizing and stuff like that. So, like, I like, wait, is this song is in the game? That's funny. Thank you, Green Pen. I'm not actually done with the game yet, but I beat the... Beat the main game. You can't do Secret World till you've done that. Yeah, I'm still only at 89%. So there's got to be a whole other world here. Which, you know, there are levels. Yep, here we go. Well, they don't have this song. Also, no wheels, I guess. I could see those being kind of hard to do on the Game Boy. Oh, man. Oh. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's the secret and what's not in this game. I still can't tell if this is or not. I actually don't think I like being able to... Now that I think more about it, I don't really like influencing the story that much, because then I just feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I want it to either be completely dynamic, which is impossible for a video game, or I just want to see the one story. Whew. I think if I had to have a preference, that would be it. I don't really like it when a game has, I don't really like multiple endings a whole lot either. I mean, I don't hate them, but... Like, where you just have, like, a choice right at the end that you make, and it drastically affects things. I don't know. It always feels kind of weird to me. I find myself being less satisfied with any of them as a result. There's some games that can pull it off. Like, I guess, there's a few cases where it's kind of interesting. Yeah, but the last second choice, you just do your final save to see all the endings. And to me, that feels kind of, like, not as interesting, because then you're just like, oh, now I've seen all the endings, yada yada. Wow. There's no real... I don't know. I just don't like it as much. That one samples aquatic ambience? Really? I never knew that. Ow. Once again, I tried to glide there and it just, like, didn't come out for some reason. Undertale's actually pretty different, though, like, different finale and stuff based on how you play. That's maybe a little better. than what I'm talking about. Also, with, like, CRPGs, I just find myself resetting dialogue branches till I get what I want, which is, you know, maybe that's my fault, but... I'd rather not feel like I want to do that. I don't even watch TV shows, Leapster. Doo-doo. And with movies and TV shows, I don't rewatch much. So I don't care too much about owning them. I never have. I tend to be one and done. Maybe some exceptions, but generally speaking, that's how I am. I might have missed something there. Oof, this looks nasty. This looks like the end of something. Yeah, I definitely missed something. I bet you that's where the bonus is. Bummer. Oh my goodness. Well, now I get to try again. It's literally just this. Oh my goodness. It's... Okay, I'm getting impatient. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. On. Really, game? Come on. Really? Yeah, the worst part is that's exactly where I wanted to go, too. I think I maybe missed the bonus. Dude, this guy's been following me to the ends of the earth. Yeah, I missed it. I actually feel like I did pretty good exploring most of that. Because I didn't Dixie twirl down every fall, but... I feel like I would have seen... I'm kind of looking in the same place as the original, which is probably a really dumb idea. Need to be checking other spots. Like, I don't know, some of those spots where there's split paths and stuff. That's probably where it is. Like this. Oh no, that's not one of the spots, never mind. Oh, there it is. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, the screen size is definitely my biggest frustration with this game. If I had to pick a single thing. Even, well, I mean, I guess, like, it would maybe be nice for it to be a little bit more its own thing rather than reusing so much from, the SNES game, but, I actually find this, I think the screen scrolling is the thing that I'm the most frustrated by. the... Oh, so they don't have moving barrels. Yo, Fear Navigator. I was wondering what you meant. Giving another gift sub to the Jeff pack. Thank you so much, Fear Navigator. In celebration of Donkey Kong. Is Donkey Kong your favorite franchise? If you had to pick a single one. Balloons! Oh, you just had to. What'd you think of Bonanza? You played it, right? I can't remember if you have a Switch 2 or not. I think you do. Ow. Yeah, you do. Oof. Your whole bachelor party was themed around it. I think you might like Donkey Kong. Oh! Because I liked Bonanza, but it definitely was different than normal Donkey Kong games. Or, like, past Donkey Kong games, I felt like. Even Donkey Kong himself just feels a little different. A bit more, perhaps a bit more in line with classic arcade Donkey Kong. More of a mischievous side to him. Oh, it's spinning and going left to right. Evil. Whoops. I just couldn't see it. Dang it. I'll admit I played pretty bad there. Yeah, it seems like they focus a little less on him being cool, kind of like these games. That guy goes so close to the edge, it makes me panic a bit. Yeah, the final parts of that game were especially very fun as a Donkey Kong fan. Whoa! Was there a squitter in this level originally? Wait, really? Huh. It's kind of weird that it wants me to go up. Why did I just, like... I was not that close. Oh, shoot. I haven't saved. I think I... Did I save after the last level? I think I did, so I should be fine. Did I just see something up there? A token. Interesting. Oh my goodness, you're so... Oh, well, there's game over. You're so... Like, I move barely and I just, like, slip and fall off. What's my favorite animal, buddy? Someone asked me this before. I didn't have a great answer. And it also depends on what if you mean from a gameplay standpoint or from like how much I just like them as a design. Wait a minute, there was something else down there. Okay, yeah. Oh, shoot. Coo the owl. From a gameplay standpoint, it actually might be Squawks, interestingly enough. As a character, I don't know. Might be the spider. How about you, Water? What's your favorite? Balance a real life banana on your head. That sounds like a lot of fun. The one wedding I've been in at a bachelor party for, we did a Smash Bros tournament for every Smash game they've released. And it was definitely between me and this other guy. And wait, how many games have they released now? We have Original, Melee, Brawl, 4, and Ultimate. Was this before Ultimate? Because I seem to remember we almost just tied, but I had one more. I had a second place and he had a third place in one of them. This might have just been at Smash 4 days. Quite remember though. I seem to remember just barely winning in that regard. I think I won Smash 4. He definitely won Melee because that's the one he played the most. I don't remember how the other two went. Ow. We did count. No, we didn't play 3DS. We did not have the hardware for that. Man, the bonus here is going to be... I could see it being hard to find. Like, I might have missed it already there. Ramby from gameplay. Squitter from design. No, we did not have 4 3DSs available. Or actually, I think there was there was more than 4 of us, right? It was a tournament. Well, we didn't have multiple 3DSs available. I think I had to bring my Wii U as well, now that I think about it. Honestly, it might have been a lot of my systems. I don't think it was all me, but I brought a lot of it. I remember now. I brought like tons of controllers and stuff too. I was the one who owned a lot of that stuff. Oh! Dude, this looks kind of nasty. Are you kidding me? Oh! Intentional. I have missed the bonus. I am not surprised. Oh, this one looks a little rough to find. It kind of reminds me of the last one. Was kind of hard too. Like, would they make you go backwards with the spider? That first banana there is a little suspicious. The funny moment when a challenge was to call someone who wasn't present and give them an update about how the bachelor party was going. But her cousin failed the challenge because you told me you're playing Donkey on that. It just sounds like any day of the week. Man, if it is before, that's painful. They wouldn't do that to you, would they? Would they? Wait, spider was after the checkpoint? Right after the checkpoint. Like, I could scan this whole previous section, but that just sounds like a nightmare. Let's just do this for now. So right now, I'm kind of just assuming it's up high. I feel like I've looked most of the down low spots. The most suspicious thing I've seen is that banana at the beginning. They really make you go all the way back with Squitter? Could be down low, too. Maybe I didn't check everywhere at the bottom. I don't know. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to find nothing, and I'm going to be salty, but... It's going to, make me not be worried I'm missing this the whole time. Or like it's, you know. This is gonna be nagging me constantly if I don't check it now. I actually thought at these parts you could shoot up, but it's definitely not. You do, whoa, well, it's a good thing that's where I slipped off. You know, spiderwebs are supposed to be sticky, right? Why is it so easy for me to slip off of these, huh? How long did I spend on the first Donkey Kong Land? I feel like this one's taking me longer than that one. Too bad we don't have a command for each individual game. There's nothing. That's what I thought. Let's just check down low. For now. Could be after the spider, obviously, too. It could be, I think there was more barrel stuff afterwards, so it could be shooting the right way. I tried to shoot him, because I knew he was coming, and I just failed. Wow, yeah, that's a lot less. Wow. I don't think it's just a difficulty thing, too. I mean, I guess I have had a bit of trouble finding bonuses sometimes, but I think it's just a bigger game. You stop? Okay. Oh my gosh. So slippery. I should really look into that, how easy it would be to make a way to just say command and have it, or like game name, and it would pull it from the thing. You would maybe have to do a different command, like exclamation mark game, and then put the name of the game in or something like that, and have it tell you all the info that way. I don't know about making each individual thing a command. That seems like that would be too much. Okay, I don't think it's here. Oh, it could be somewhere on this part, too. Oh. I think Turtle just wants to join the late to the party party. Man, where else could there be one, though, here? Don't kill me. Cog. Wait, where was the N? Oh, probably up. I think it's up top with the spider at a part. Yeah, there's this whole part. Could be something here. This part was nasty. And I'm dead. You know, diagonal might be better, because you can kind of steer out of those. Oh, I missed that banana token. Once again, it's a good thing that's where I slipped off and not somewhere else. Hello? Oh, I actually did make a web over there somewhere. That part's not as... Oh. That wasn't close or anything. Can I just do this? Yes. I got about panicked there when I missed that balloon, but I was good. Okay. Oh, that's not quite as good. I can't see anymore. Is it because of the way I did the camera? Oh, I found it. Well, that was something. Is this a bash the baddies or not? I just guessed where that head was, and I guessed correctly. Okay, that took me too long to find, but here we are. And save. 95%. See, there's 2 bonuses left. Oh my gosh. So 2 stages. Wonder how big the animal level is going to be. I did the same thing again, but it worked because I was turned the other direction. You think I'll finish today? I should. Ah! I blame you, Danganronpa, for making me read your comment. It's all your fault. Nah. Yes, I should be able to finish this today, I think. Oh my goodness, another one. Yep, we probably got another long one coming up. It'll be chill, though. Although I guess we just went through a long chill game with Harvest Moon. Although we do have the N64 come, I think, next. Do you guys remember that was actually released? I almost forgot. Why is my camera like this? What? Am I not letting it scroll enough first? There's no way that's supposed to be what the camera was like for that part. Not yet. Danganronpa. I need Suji needs to finish the translation for it. Yeah, it was only 5 games ago, but there was 3 SNES games before it. But yes, I know, Harvest Moon does make it feel like it's taken a lot longer. Okay, see, my camera's just a bit better now. It's annoying. That was close. Yeah, doesn't the N64 actually have one of the smaller libraries of the consoles so far in the challenge? Yeah, there's something up. I did not realize I grabbed a hook there, and I was very confused. No bonus, though. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. I would agree. N64 has some really good games, but not a lot from Nintendo. I mean, there was still a decent amount. Actually, you know, even though when you... I guess if you look at, like... the Beast Challenge, you know, it's actually pretty small for a console library compared to some. There is something there. Oh. I'm starting to get more and more nervous that I've missed the bonus. Was that supposed to be hard to see? That was like the easiest one yet. I did not realize that was the other type of barrel. That almost threw me off. Threw me up. And Nintendo only developed 17 of them. Interesting. How much did they do for the Super Nintendo before it? I'm sure it was more than that. Oof. Come on. I keep forgetting the dragonflies in this game. They don't work the same way as they do in the original. They always just keep going, and I keep expecting them to, like, turn around. So I'm like, they wouldn't go past this point. Oh! Whatever. I'm out of here. Man, both these last two levels have these kind of nasty barrel parts. I cartwheel jumps. Man! So that's not released 17 games. Like, they published more Wiimote, but that's how many they developed. I wonder if around that time they started to shift towards publishing more games from other developers or not. I don't know, maybe that's totally wrong, but it'd be interesting to see if that's around the time that they started doing that more. Or had that already happened at this point? I don't remember. Maybe it already had happened. Yeah, I guess they were. I mean, I guess they were publishing rare stuff back on the NES. So no, that definitely did not start on the N64. Okay, let's not die to a dragonfly. I don't even remember that part. AONG. Ooh. I think I've got like somewhere from 50 to 100 that I'm playing. Only 23. I guess because there's still a lot. I guess they published a lot of games developed by other companies. They definitely already were then, if that's all they had for the Super Nintendo. All right, here it is, the infamous animal level. I wonder where they're going to put the bonus here. Also, I wonder if this is actually going to be as long. Will they pull out all the stops for it? Well, maybe. It looks like it might not be quite as elaborate, though. Oh. Hey, there could be a bonus easily hidden somewhere here. Let's not... Oh, wait, this might be it here. No, it's just the O. Bummer. I was hoping that'd be it. Oh. You know, Squitter has shoes, and yet he's the only one that can't jump on enemies, huh? What's up with that? Whoops. Also a little suspicious. One banana. Nope. boy. I hope I find the bonus. I don't want to do all this and scan for it here. Oh, there's halfway point. Let's just check down here. I feel like it. Well? Oh, dude. I, like, was not thinking it would be down there. I'm so glad I checked. Whew. Interesting. Notice they give you a spider power because you could technically just fall down after the checkpoint to get this. There we go. Yeah, they definitely developed a lot on the NES. I mean, at first, that's all they released were their own games. Oh my goodness. I did not realize what I was getting myself into. Ba 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 ba. Wii U was part of it. Was also just that it didn't last as long too. I don't know how it compares to something like the N64. Yeah, so it was already after the once more third parties were making games on the NES. All right, I'm at the finale. Oh, they didn't have a bird part at all. They definitely simplified that level. No bird part, no end guard part, no squawks. All right, final boss, Crocodile Core. Ah. Ah. Oh, hey, where's the cannonball I'm supposed to throw at you, huh? Oh. 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 I don't even actually have to duck that. Where's my... Oh, that's right. You only have to hit him once for this, right? Ooh. Ooh. Oh my goodness, it's fast. Not done yet. Oh, okay, they got me. They got me. Ooh, that's like nasty, actually. You have to get it when it's low. You have to bounce over it still. No! Oh my goodness. Oh, that's the end there. That last part's kind of insane, though. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. Oh my goodness. When do I want to jump over it? Where's that DK barrel lasting? Okay, he's gonna do it soon here. There we go. I should be good, because even if I fail this part here, I should have the iframes, but I think I figured it out anyway. And boom. That scared me a little bit. There we go. Oh. Think of the GGs again, everyone. Now I'm at 40, and I'm number 1. I beat Mario. And we got credits again. Thanks to the GGs. Thank you for your navigators, Suji, Magic Julianer, Dongan Mockin, Shining Magneton, Wiimote, Dr. Pop, order. N64 and Wii U actually did last kind of close to the same amount of time in the end. Interesting. Yeah, I almost one-tried it. I just wasn't ready for that last trick, but I figured it out. I know. Thank you, Turtle. I'm gonna be honest, guys. This is the first game I've reached. Thank you, Confused Mista. The first game I've reached since we started going back this, where I'm actually not completely confident in my review score. Like, I'm on the edge. Thank you, Leapster. Do-do-do. So I guess I'll preface this by saying, the review scores I give here, I'll try to stick with it, or do my best to stick with it, but they are subject to change. If I don't give myself that, freedom, then I'm gonna be too pressured. I don't want to do it at all. Oof. Oh, I need to turn the filter off again. I forgot. Dang it. Wish that was off for longer. I'm glad you enjoyed Fear Navigator. Things got kind of heated today. So Penguin War still has a shot for the 10 out of 10? Sure, whatever makes you sleep at night, Turtle. I wrote my script for Short Order / Explode this week. I think I said this already. That's gonna be a game where I spent like 4 hours doing one thing and it's gonna get a couple of paragraphs and that's it. Oh, no, yeah, that's right, because Turtle brought up the program. Do I still have that? Oh. Actual credits? I do still have it. It's so bad, though, I'm almost ashamed to show it. I could still show it off, though. I'd have to write it into the script, but I can do that. That's true, I never did show it. Alright. Before I test that out too much, though, let us finally finish this one. 6:04:08. Donkey Kong Land 2, done. Alright, let's go. Yeah. Alright, let's see. This took me 6 hours and 4 minutes. 8 seconds. What stage music do you guys want to hear? I'll let you guys pick. First person to say a song, I'll go to it. Unless I really don't want to listen to it. The Durst stage. I don't know what you mean by Durst stage, Dongan Mockin. You got it first, but... Oh, first stage. Okay, win condition, we'll say... what was the... Is there a name for that final stage? Because I can't just say beat King K. Rool. I mean, I guess I could. You know what? I can. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Defeat King K. Rool. I like to say who the boss is. King K. Rool. And we'll just say credits. Extra content. What do we say here? 100% file completion? Or did it say 100% before? Like, is that the best way to word this? All bonus tokens and DK tokens. Or coin. Are they DK coins? Because you don't get the last DK coin until you beat the final, secret final boss. Oh, you're right. Captain K. Rool. My bad. Also, I'm not going to capitalize that. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Incomplete content. There is nothing. I'm pretty sure I did everything in this game. And I said Caspin. Oh my goodness. I got to pay more attention, man. You guys are all watching me do this live. Good night, Confused Mista. I didn't beat the game blindfolded. Bum 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 bum. Is the voting, has it ended? Can we move on to the review now? Voting ended. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of 7s. And a 6. Alright, let me see what I thought about this game. Let's see. Where to start? I do find it slightly disappointing that it reuses quite as much as it does from Donkey Kong 2. But Donkey Kong Country 2 is still really good. So, like, I can't get too salty. And, like, the music is really good. And all that. I was a little more... It was actually more different than I remembered it being. The stages were pretty different. I would say overall, the stage design probably isn't as good as Donkey Kong Country 2. Even ignoring the screen stuff. I'll go into that. I would say the levels just don't feel quite as good as the SNES game. And part of that is probably just due to the fact that the physics aren't as elaborate. Or, like, you can't do as elaborate of gimmicks and stuff like that. So they just feel a little bit more muted. So, like, maybe in some cases I would have preferred for the gimmicks to be designed from the ground up for the Game Boy rather than trying to kind of downport something from the SNES game. Let's see. It still feels good. It definitely feels a lot better to control than Donkey Kong Land 1. There was a few moments where it was a little frustrating, but it absolutely is much more polished from that standpoint. Than the first Donkey Kong Land. It feels so much better to play. So, doesn't feel quite as fresh as Donkey Kong Land 1, but it absolutely feels better to play. But once again, like the first Donkey Kong Land, you guys are talking about it. Screen crunch is what really hurts this game for me. It's not always bad. Especially the way the camera pans in front of you can be useful, but it's absolutely terrible with up and down. And it still feels like it's just too close. I wish they zoom... Like, I know you can't make the Kongs look as good if you do this, but... I don't know. I would have preferred a zoomed out camera. Lockjaw Saga does play a lot at first, but I like the song. And there's only so much you can do on the Game Boy. I think overall, I was pretty happy with the soundtrack. Maybe they probably should have used this song more than Lockjaw Saga, but that's not a huge thing for me. I would say overall, I do think this version, or overall, this soundtrack actually is really good. Like, they did a good job at porting the SNES songs. Even if it isn't quite as fresh. Yep, I got 100% file completion. So how much does screen crunch really ruin the game for me? I'm not sure. I'm really on the edge of two scores right now. And I'm going back and forth. Well, it doesn't ruin the experience, but it really hurts it. Like, I feel like, so one thing that's, like, I feel like I couldn't even play as fast as I wanted to because I just couldn't. Not because, like, I don't know, it was, I was worried about slipping off or something like that. It's because I literally just couldn't see enough of what was in front of me, and that really hurt it sometimes. What do I give this game? I gotta make a call. I can't do it. Let me think. I will say already, because you guys have voted, I'm between a 7 and an 8. I'm really on the edge between the two. Because I still did enjoy it quite a bit. Even though the screen crunch was really frustrating. Yeah, so sorry, Keon, you're out. But I'm just not sure, did it ruin it that much for me? I could go back and forth on this one. The score I have been thinking, I will admit for most of it, is 8. So that actually is how I've been leaning. But there's also just no denying that the screen crunch was so frustrating at times. And did kind of slow the pace of the game down in a way that I didn't really like. But did it mess it up that much? You know what? I felt like Donkey Kong Land 1 was on the cusp of being an 8, and it was just barely a 7. I feel like this one is probably just a little better, even if it doesn't have quite as much soul. I'm giving it an 8. I think a 7 is a very reasonable score you could give this game. But I like Donkey Kong Country. I just like Donkey Kong Country 2 so much that I'm a bit biased. But it's an 8 out of 10 for me. Very close, very close. Alright, let me pick it. Dr. Bob gets a bunch of points. I think he steals like everybody's because he's the only one that did it. Yep. Lucky Dr. Bob. It's very close. I understand why you guys said 7, and I could even change it and you guys get ripped off, but for now, I'm feeling an 8. Some cheat codes on the file select. Yeah, I don't know if I'll check those out. Unless they are that interesting. You did pick 8, but it didn't register because you can't bet. Oh, okay. Well, you would have taken some of Dr. Bop's points. What was your question here? Favorite and least favorite games? Yeah, there's my full list. If I had to pick an absolute top, it would probably be Super Metroid. Absolute worst? I don't know. It's so hard for me to pick a worst. You know, maybe I'm coming, after playing it with Suji, maybe I'm around back to thinking Super Team Games is the worst. That was just, it's just miserable. It's an awful time. Toy Story is probably my highest of the worst games. Like, that could go up to a 3. And Toy Story on the SNES could go up to a 4, but that's where they sit right now. All right. That is going to be all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. There was a lot more content in this one, too. I was kind of surprised by that. I've said that about, like, every 2 out of 10 game. I know, right? Every time I play a new one, it feels like it's my least favorite. But, I don't know. It might be Super Team games now that I've gone back to it. Ba 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 ba. Not as fun as the Country 2 cheat. Alright. I'll see you guys all later. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with the N64. Feels like it's been forever. Alright. Catch y'all later. Goodbye.